What's up, my family? My name is Von Schiffer, and welcome back to Bloodborne, and today's a very sad day. We just lost Eileen. It's so sad. All she did was just try to kill some hunter, and we let her down. We let her down. And then we killed that son of a bitch. So today, moving past that horrible, horrible defeat, we did actually get something that I didn't think that we were going to get. So this is what's called a Carol rune, and I was just too mad last time to talk about what exactly it is. So you see these on the top right, or sort of middle right, you see those like 4 gray slots and then a blue slot. Those are spots for these runes. These actually make our character stronger. With the death of Eileen, we actually lost out on one of the blue ones. But thanks to killing Henrik, we got a rune. We got a Carol rune. A Carol rune that transcribes inhuman sounds. That'll make a little bit more sense later on. But right now we do not need to worry about that. But ultimately, once I get this equipped onto my body, visceral attacks, the amount of echoes that I get from killing enemies. If I kill an enemy with a visceral attack, I will get more blood echoes. And how do we equip said blood echoes? I hear the audience asking me way off in the distance. We have to go to the witches, which, thanks to the path that we unlocked, we can now actually get there. So what we're gonna do, so see all these guys sort of hanging around, we are going to actually, I want to try killing him. Never mind, there are a lot of them. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, this is bad. Okay, well, never mind. Scratch that. We're gonna run for our lives. Let's put on some zip zopadop music. As I try to figure out how to get out. This way. Bloodshot eyeballs. We won't need to worry about them for right now. I got some more bolt hunters mark. And no one's following me. Great. So, we are going to a place called Hemwick Charnel Lane. Hemwick Charnel Lane, right at the very end of it, is the item that we need to put on the Carol rune, to make the Carol rune effective. The best way to actually get there, and this is a very dangerous area to be in. As you can see, there are dogs, and this is basically Bullet Alley. Oh god. But it's also very easy to navigate. Can I fit through the trees? Yes, I can. Come on. There we go. There is some items behind me, but I'm not too worried about them right now. And here we are. So this is the more witchy part of Lovecraft, of Bloodborne. I was about to say of Lovecraft, but of witches. There are witches here, but first, want to definitely take advantage of the fact that we now have a lantern. So we are going to go back and we are going to oh yeah, we need to do this. Pop that. Very nice. Probably will only get
very well lit.
One level? Yeah, one level. We need to definitely be stronger. Actually, no. No, we definitely need to be stronger.
Farewell, good hut.
Farewell, may you find your worth, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, so with the death of Eileen, we now have the ability to go after this weapon. It was her weapon. A special trick weapon passed down among hunters of hunters, one of the oldest weapons of the workshop. Splits in two when activated. The weapon's warped blades are forged with siderite, a rare material from the heavens, most effective in swift attacks, such as after a quick stepping. We don't know what that means just yet, but we also now have access to all of her crowfeather stuff. Attire worn by Eileen the Crow, Hunter of Hunters, known in particular for her crow feather cape. Hunter of Hunters dress as crows to suggest sky burial. The first Hunter of Hunters came from a foreign land and gave the dead a virtuous native funeral ritual rather than impose a blasphemous Yharnam burial service upon them, with the hopes that former compatriots might be returned to the skies and find rest in a hunter's dream. So Eileen was a hunter of hunters. Eileen was actually hunting people, actually hunting hunters who have basically gone rogue, who have gone mad. And if we look now in here, we can now purchase Henrik's attire. Hunter's attire worn by Hendrik, the old hunter. The taciturn old hunter Henrik was partners with Father Gascoigne, and though they were a fierce and gallant duo, their partnership led to Hendrik's tragically long life. Hendrik's unique yellow garb is resistant to bolt, and will be of great help to any hunter who has inherited the onus of the hunt. Or the onus of the hunt, however you want to put it. Basically, it's great against electrical damage, which actually does play a part in this game later on. Okay. So wanted to buy some Molotovs real quick. And now if we look, we actually have this headstone activated. This is called the Frontier Headstone. So now we are going to go and we are going to go after the Carol Rune. Or the thing that will allow us to put Carol Rune upon our bodies, which will make us much better as hunters. All of these witches. And there's a witch right there, too. So we are actually not necessarily over leveled for this area, but we're actually at the perfect level to be in this area. Ah, so we finally picked that up. We finally picked up some twin stone shards, so now we can transform our weapon into +4 now. I think that's all the witches, because there's a witch up there. Bloodshot eyeballs, those will come up later. They will come up later on in the game.
Do you hear the graveyard murmurs? Then it's almost time. Oh, I can't wait. I just can't wait.
Yeah, we got some mad witches, baby. And some madmen's knowledge. Nice. You kind of want to do this weird thing where you stockpile madmen's knowledge, and then you want to use a lot of madmen's knowledge. And it's actually really good to have some around. Oh my god. With just one hit, I'm just completely covered in blood. Alright. It is time to be really careful. Ah, who am I kidding? I've run through this area. So this, I will say this. Hemwick-Charnel Lane is in my opinion, is one of the best farming areas, sort of early mid-game. The reason why I say that is because the returns on the blood echoes that you get is actually amazing. It's nothing to shake a stick at. Come here. The enemies aren't that bad, but they do really like to sort of gang up on you. There are a lot of like little dark corners and everything that everyone likes to sort of hide behind, but for the most part, it is actually a really, really good area. It's also a very narrow, straight line. So once you get to the boss area and defeat the boss, one thing that I do is I literally start from the back, from the very, very end of the Charnel Lane, and actually work my way backwards, and I sort of work my way up, and I can yield a really good amount of yield of blood echoes, and then go to the Hunter's Dream, cash in on those echoes, and just keep doing that on a constant loop. So that is pretty much what I'm going to be doing for this character. So sort of the first area that you want to do as far as going around, you definitely want to do Central Yharnam first, because Central Yharnam is a very, very good starting point. What am I even saying at this point? Good lord. Oh, also, this is the shortcut. Oop. There are 2 shortcuts in this area. We need to unlock this one. And now we have. So basically, first area of the game, you definitely want to go around Central Yharnam as much as you can. But the sooner that you can get to this area, the better. That person will try and push you off the cliff. Make sure you lure them back here for an easy kill. It's still haunting me that Eileen is dead. It is literally the first time in my playthroughs of this game that she died. Come on. Oh, no. Come here. Oh, come on. You did it before. Why didn't you do it now? I'm recording this at like 11 o'clock at night, and all I can hear outside are the birds chirping. Come here, lady. You see the lady in the darkness, right? Come on. Ow. I'm just teasing her at this point. Fine. Let me in. There is a dog that pops out. Here he comes. And of course, one of you. Okay. So that was massively awkward. You are going to hear some stuff going on upstairs. And there, of course, there is always a reason for that. There is a wandering madness right there. Nope, nope, don't you go anywhere. Oh. Oh, lordy Lou. Okay, so. And now we platform, which is extremely annoying. Oh, there we go. And the reason why you were hearing that is because there's this dude in the corner. Fill up our Quicksilver bullets. And grab another Adept Blood Gem. It is okay in this instance if we fall down. It would just lead us straight to where we was and we would just have to climb back. But it's a climb back and it's really annoying. Another bloodshot eyeball. Now. So. Do not worry, my friends. We will go there. At some point. Some point soon. We will go to that castle. But not right now. Right now, we need to survive getting hammered in the face by this lady. And she's dead. And so you see, Hemwick Charnel Lane is not, it's a bad area, but it's not that bad. You just sort of have to have the confidence to really sort of move forward. Yeah. Come here. I wish to kill you. It definitely is very helpful at this point to be at the level that I am. Okay. Also +2, this is, I call this my area. This is the part of Bloodborne I remember the most. There were a couple others, but definitely this area I remember the most. Just because There was at one point I would just completely, like a complete madman, I would watch like YouTube and or Netflix and just completely just run through this area over and over just to try to make myself stronger and just farm more blood echoes. More twin bloodstone shards. And this is also twin bloodstone shard alley. Like this area. Screaming ladies. Now here comes the only real tricky part of this area. Because we have three, it's really two executioners, but there is a third one lurking around. And you want to unlock here. Now, pick up this, another cold blood. I am going to do the unthinkable. Because I have pretty much, as soon as I pop these, I basically have almost 15,000 blood echoes, and you do not want to run around or do any boss with enough blood echoes to level up. That is honestly one of the best suggestions that I have for this game is do not go into any sort of boss encounter. If you sense a boss encounter coming, definitely... Where's the doll? You definitely don't want to be... Oh, she's up here. Hello.
Welcome home, good hunter. What is it you desire?
Don't even want to talk about being in front of the,
Over time, countless hunters have visited this stream. The graves here stand in their memory. It all seems so long ago now. Very well, let me...
Alright, so I can do twice. Seems like a good use for my
Farewell,
blood
good
echoes
hunter.
right now. And so now... So, she was saying something about gravestones, right? In theory, that gravestone, and there are a couple more over here. If I can find them. Technically, all of these gravestones are from the hunters that have passed through the dream. So you can see that there are so many hunters. And this really plays into this concept that things loop, things repeat. Miyazaki loves that looping aspect of storytelling. It actually really has me excited for Elden Ring, because I really don't know what to expect for Elden Ring. By the way, when it comes out, I will be playing Elden Ring. Even if I have to buy a PS5 to play it, I will play Elden Ring. And this is why it is important that we unlocked both shortcuts. Oop. Do-do-do. And now we can actually run through here. There she is. I was like, where did you go, lady? Oh, no. Now everyone knows I'm here. Come on, big guy. Come on. There we go. Excellent. Perfect. Okay. So, these two executioners, I wanted to deposit my blood echoes before going forward, because these two, this is not a pushover like the other executioner. These guys are actually way worse. And as you can see, they have a crazy amount of blood echoes. Sneaky, sneaky. Nope, no sneaky, sneaky. Ah, crap. I messed that up. There we go. Perfect. There is an executioner hiding right behind here. And I want to go ahead. I didn't even realize that this executioner was actually standing here. Come here. Come this way. Yeah, I didn't realize that that executioner was actually standing there until a couple of times that I had run through the area, and I realized that he was actually standing right down there. Because all the time I would kill these witches, and then all of a sudden that executioner would be right behind me. And I'd be like, what the heck? Whoa. Hey. No, please stop. There we go. Please. One sharp thing at a time, please. One sharp thing, please. Alright. And that makes this so much easier. There is a Wandering Madness in here, and I always forget where. I think he's over here. He sort of blends in with everything. I'm trying to see him before he runs. I think he's over here. Oh, there he is. So he drops down from the ceiling. Stop moving, please. Thank you. All right. Perfect. Now, this is the one boss that I say it doesn't matter how many blood echoes that you have, because this is one of the easiest bosses in the entire game. Probably either the easiest or second to easiest boss in the entire game, and you are about to see why. The Witch of Henle. So, here's the trick to this boss. This boss is invisible. So you see that sort of thing running around? That's called Wandering Madness. Or not Wandering Madness, that was, I can't remember what they're called actually. But, they run around and they will pursue, they're going to pursue the player regardless. But what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to do something different, because there is a trick to this boss to make this boss way more easier than what it actually should be. You want to try to avoid attacking the shambling men. I guess that's what I'm just going to call them now, shambling men. You want to try to avoid the shambling men as much as you can, and you don't want to kill them. But you always sort of want to keep an eye on them. Oh, oh, oh. So, what is the trick to this boss, I hear you saying? The trick to this boss is that there are actually two of them. There are two witches in this room, and both of them actually spawn in. And the reason why you see me sort of running around is because I am trying to find not the one that I've been attacking, but the other one. I'm trying to... Okay, it's not you. But I'll go ahead and get some damage on you. Okay. So I know that one's there. Ah! Did you move over here? Okay. So I damaged the first one enough to now I know where it is. I have enough time to scratch my head. Yes, you have enough time, even in here, to scratch your head. Okay. So, I found... So, Granny just dropped so much blood all over the place. But now what I'm trying to find is there is another one in here. See? Right here. This is the second one. I don't know how much damage I have done to her. Oh god, I didn't realize that you could do that. Don't worry, I'll deal with you later. Oh, perfect, perfect, perfect. Alright. So... Shambling man is close to me. I don't like... Oh, God, there's two of them now. Okay. So I've done 2 viscerals to her. So I guess now... Because ultimately there's going to be 3 of them. So I guess... Where is she? Where did she go? Oh, God, man, really? Really? Okay, come up here. Come here. Alright, there we go. So you can see, you can sort of trick them. You can kind of... Alright. Go. One went over there. Oh. Ah, perfect. This is the one I need to kill. All right. All right. And there we go. And that is the Witch of Henle done in literally the easiest way possible. Yeah, I think it's actually the easiest boss in the game to do because it just becomes so trivial at the very end. And finally, at long last, so if you actually look, so this is the item that we need. And I'm going to pick it up in a second, but just look at this place. Let's look at what they were doing to this poor hunter man. And if you notice, the witches were covered with eyes. There is a very important reason why they are covered in eyes. Which I will actually think I will read this now. An exquisite eyeball removed quickly after death, or perhaps even before, used to unlock the seal of the old labyrinth Hintertombs. That doesn't really explain my point, though. Where is the... Here we go. Runesmith Carroll, student of Bergenworth, transcribed the inhuman utterings of the Great Ones into what we now call Carroll runes. The hunter who retrieves his workshop tool can etch Carroll runes into the mind to attain their wondrous strength. Provost Willem would have been proud of Carroll runes, as they do not rely upon blood in any measure. So this references a whole lot of people, and this is very important. Number one, Provost Willem. So let's start with that. Provost Willem is someone of great importance, and we can infer from this that Carroll is a student of Provost Willem. So Provost Willem is probably a professor of some sort. Provost Willem, for some reason, does not like the use of blood. He actually hates it. And the use of the Carroll runes implies that it says they do not rely on blood, they rely on something else. He would have been proud. But would have been is referenced here because I guess Provost Willem was not around when Carroll made the discovery. Now, this also brings up the Great Ones again. And at this point, as far as the game is concerned, Great Ones are just gods. They are just a way of saying this is a very, very old god. Just checking to make sure. But the use of all of that is very important. So, before I end the episode, we are going to do some things. Number one.
What is... Very well, let me...
Number one, we are going to... Oh, I can only do it 2 times. Oh, okay, so we are finally going to put some stuff into endurance and into skill.
Farewell,
I
good
will
hunter.
actually now grab... No, so this is where you imbue your mind with the Carroll runes. So I am going to put this in just because it'll help. Which is abode. So we are going to actually we're actually going to grab one last thing because there is actually something of very, very great importance that we need. We are going to grab the other Carroll rune that is in the area. And that was actually the item that was sort of just standing on its own. And I'm going to kill the witches here. Whoa, whoa, whoa! I didn't realize that Granny had moves. Wow. Granny is having some moves today. All right, let's try that again. I did not realize... Oh, there she is. Kill you. See, this is what I mean. Come on. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Wow. Ooh. Perfect. See, there we go. There goes those blood echoes. Oh, oh my god, there was a chest down here. I totally forgot. And what's in you? Ooh, a tempering blood gem. Nice. So. Oh, never mind. He sees me. I was going to say, I was like, how am I going to get his attention? I was like, oh, nope, he's just come to me. Ooh, perfect. Nice. Ooh. Get some. Oh, also, this area is great for blood gems, too. So, you notice, there are all the dogs. I'm just gonna run up and I'm gonna kill as many as I can. Okay, I need to see how many dogs I'm working with here. I got one immediately on my tail that's about to die. Great. Alright, I've killed some more. Whoops. Alright. Oh, bloodstone shard. Yeah, so these guys also drop bloodstone shards too. Are there any more? Did I get them all? Yes, I did. I got them all except for the one that's sort of sitting over there. Bone marrow ash. So you definitely need bone marrow ash, especially for the build that I'm going to be doing. It's almost essential. Ooh, a little exciting here. Thick cold blood. And last but not least, the item that we have been looking for. The lake rune. Shall we read the item description together? A carol rune that transcribes inhuman sounds. This transcription of the Great One's inhuman voices ripples like a watery reflection. This rune, meaning lake, and those who memorize it enjoy reduced physical damage. Great volumes of water serve as a bulwark guarding sleep and an augur of the eldritch truth. Overcome this hindrance and seek what is yours. So, it's funny that the lake rune is right next to a ginormous lake. Does that mean something? Possibly. So, I believe that I am going to end the episode here. So this actually does a couple of things for us. First and foremost, it opens up another sort of side area. Technically, here's the thing about Bloodborne. Bloodborne only, and this sort of shatters the whole illusion of Bloodborne and it being a hard game. Technically, you only have to defeat 6 bosses in the game to complete the game. You only have to beat 6. But there's no fun in beating just 6 bosses. That's not what it is. And technically, of all the bosses that we faced, technically we've only had to face one actual true boss. But in order to become mega powerful and mega strong and even standing a hairball's chance of even winning, we need to kill the other bosses in the game because they either hide stuff or they hide areas that will make us stronger. And this lady is still up here again. Come on.
Welcome. What is it? Very
Yes,
well,
yes. It's just one this time. Great. I only need 300 mil. Maybe there's something I can sell. Definitely want to try to get more health. And I think the next one that I'll do is blood tinge.
Farewell, good hunter.
Farewell, good hunter. May I find my work in the waiting world. Blah, blah, blah. Purchase. No, sell. I only have 3 quicksilver bullets. That's hilarious. A blood tinge build that only has 3 bullets. Oh, wonderful. Oh, yeah. I forgot to tell you what bone marrow ash is. Additional medium that strengthens quicksilver bullets. According to the workshop, this is a special bone marrow ash collected from Hemwick Charnel Lane. Invaluable to hunters with weak blood tinge who require the use of stronger firearms. So what you can do is you can put some of that bone marrow ash into your weapon, and your it will increase. Oh, I can't sell anything. Well, maybe I can just kill an enemy. I'll just level up. I'll just do that off camera. What that does, so it increases the strength of your weapon. It increases like how powerful you can shoot. That's pretty much all there is to it. So, ooh, yeah, yes, yes, and I will go ahead. I will go ahead and do that. Blood of fortification. Dang it. Well, poop-a-doop. I messed up. I spent money on materials I don't have. But that's fine. That's totally fine. Alrighty, guys. Well, I'm going to end this episode here. Thank y'all so much for watching. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel, and I will see everyone in the next episode. See you soon, guys.